Okay, I want to approach the topic of refunding clients. At what point do you do that? And at what point do you have any rights? And when I say rights, I don't want to go into legal conversations or what works in your geographical location. But where do you have a bit more of a sway to say, well, no, we're not going to give you a refund? So let me give you two scenarios. You've got a client where you've agreed on some work, they might have paid a deposit, and you've now started the work. You've collected the resources, you're accessing their website, you've started putting in plugins and settings and adding in images, compression, conversion, all of that. You've probably done the header template, the hero banner, and you're working on it. And you're probably working to a point where you've got to get sign off. And this is where tensions might arise. The client might start to change their mind over what was agreed. Very important to have a contract, but let's just say you have or you haven't got one, right? There's a point when they start to disagree or change their mind over what they require. You could at this point now go back to them and go, this is not what we agreed. We've got to stick to the contract, or there is a change in value. And this is where the client might say, right, you know what? I've had enough. I want my money back. You have two options. Option one is you kind of weigh it up and you go, is it worth the fight? Is it worth the back and forth argument? Is it worth the hit you're probably going to take on your social media or your reputation, depending on how the client responds? They could be really vile and malicious. They could be, or they might just forget about it and go, all right, you know what? Let it go. We don't care, whatever, right? Actually, they're not going to say let it go. But what I mean is, whether you give them a refund or not, they're probably going to be a bit more amicable, I would like to think, and they might understand. Because if you've put in the time and effort as per what was originally agreed, and now they've gone and changed their mind, well, you should be able to keep a cut of that, or even all of it, the deposit, depending on how much was paid. Now, if the client, though, you and them have fallen out, okay, and it's not because of the spec, it's because of the work you were doing with them, right? For some reason, you were doing what they asked, but you're not getting on. Maybe it's personalities, maybe it's the way they contact you or email or text you. You're feeling like the relationship's just not good. It doesn't feel like a partnership. You could terminate the contract as well and say, you know what, things aren't going well. And you could offer a partial refund up until what you've done for them already. Or you could give them a full refund. Because the way the argument goes is that if you've done some work, you should get paid for it. Okay? If you order food from a restaurant and the restaurant in the back end, they're going and creating the meal, and then they bring the meal out to you and you go, I don't want that meal. That restaurant is probably still going to want you to pay for it because they created it for you. It's not like a fast food takeaway where you like say, hey, I want a Big Mac, and then they give you one. Now, if you say you don't want it, who cares? Because it's still in the box. No one's touched it. They'll just give it to the next customer. That's pretty simple, okay? But if something has been made specially for you, is it fair that the restaurant doesn't get anything back for that? Surely not, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the restaurants kind of go, right, you're blocked. You're out of here. Don't care. You're a non-paying customer. And maybe everyone will feel sorry for the restaurant. But in the world of web design, it's a little bit different. If you as a web designer kind of go, no, we're not going to give a refund, we don't care, it can affect your reputation quite badly. But if you've done the work and you can show you did the work, then I would argue and say you have a right to keep that deposit or partial of it. Let's say someone's paid you $1,000 as a deposit for some work. You might keep 40% of that or 30%, depending on how much work you did, or how far down the line did the arguments or the tension start to arise. But at the same time, your client, and if you are a client, please understand this, you also have to understand that if someone is doing work for you and now you don't want them to do it, you can't just say, I want a full refund. If they were giving you something off the shelf, there's a difference, right? You go into a shop to buy a TV, right? You mostly do it online, but you go into a shop to buy a TV. You're going to order it, whatever. They're not going to manually go and create that TV. It's just stock, right? So if you want to get a refund, fine, there's a refund, you know, no one's harmed, and that just goes back into the stock warehouse. But if you go to someone and you say, build me a gaming PC, a gaming machine with amazing graphics and all of that, and they now get the parts or they're building it, and then you change your mind, that's a little bit of a difficult conversation, right? So I would say that offering refunds is not a bad thing, because we did it. I'm going to end the video by telling you about a case or a scenario where we had a client. We had 2 video calls. Things were going really, really well. We agreed what they wanted. I was going to improve their page speed performance. I was going to work on making changes on their back-end website. They paid a deposit. That day I logged into their account and I started working on their back-end. I started improving things, making notes. The next day, I get an email from them saying, here's the login for my host provider. By the way, this is a host provider I've never worked with. They were asking me to contact the host provider to liaise with them. I don't know who they are, but to liaise with them to sort out an issue that occurred many, many months ago that's never been resolved, something to do with one of the pages or something being blacklisted or blocked or something, sort out an email problem as well, and get to the root cause of why the server was also kind of slowing the website down. Because with page speed performance, it's not just all about what you do on your website. Your host does matter as well, your server speed. So they wanted me to do that. And I went back and I said, that's not what we agreed. And what she said was, you said we agreed on page speed performance. And I did clarify, yes, but that was only to look at your plugins, your backend and all of that, your homepage, redo things in WordPress. It was never to do with the host provider. She didn't like that. She wanted a full refund. And you know what? Even though I'd put in a total of about 7 to 8 hours work, I just gave a full refund. I didn't question it. I went, okay, fine, don't worry, I'll give you a full refund. Okay? And you know what? I wasn't bothered. It was a substantial amount of money, I will tell you now. But I wasn't bothered because I didn't want it on my reputation. I didn't want them to start going out and bad-mouthing me. I just let it go. But the lesson I learned from that was next time I say to someone, yeah, we're going to work on your website for page speed performance, make sure you caveat that you cannot improve the server speed. That's the big lesson I took from there. Damn, next time I will make clear this is not server speed. A lot of you would probably know that anyway. Look, if any of you are with GoDaddy or any other one and your page speed is affected and you decide to work with a client, client's got GoDaddy or whatever, and you go to work with them to improve their page speed score on their WordPress website, since when did we have the authority to start making GoDaddy go quicker? Or SiteGround? Or anyone out there, Kinster, anyone? We don't have that power. So I've gone off on a tangent here, but I just want to show you that it is okay to give a full refund, even when you've done the work. So I've contradicted myself there. But you've got to weigh it up against what do you think is going to be the fallout and is it worth it? Okay. And you are going to get some people where you've done 5 days work and they want a full refund. Here's where you got to back it up. If you've got a contract or something that shows what you said you would do, you know, for the first cut, the second cut and all of that, and you can show you delivered that, if they decide to take it further, you've kind of backed up and protected yourself. So giving refunds or partial refunds is totally okay, but only when you feel that it's justified. It's going to save you a hell of a lot of stress, or you know what, I don't like who I'm working with, so you know what, I'm better off shot of you. I'm Imran Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share and follow. I'll see you soon.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring.